All right, guys, we're here with another video lesson. This one will be a little bit trickier. Last week was pretty easy. We were adding two-digit numbers with no regrouping, but this week we are regrouping. So let's do a quick crash course review over what we did last week. So last week we were taking numbers that were two digits. We can do 35 for this one. And we were adding another number that was two digits. So let's just do a small one. Let's do 14. Okay, and remember when we did this, we wanted to keep everything nice and neat. We are still going to want to do that. Makes it a little bit easier. And we look at this, we have 5 plus 4, that gives us 9. And we have 3 plus 1, which gives us 4. So my answer here, put both those together, is 49. And remember, we said it's really important we start with the ones first. It's really important. This week is why it is so important. So let's look at one of these new problems. Let's do 28 plus 14. Let's do that one. My one's really sloppy there. I wonder if I can fix that. No, I just erased it. Let's just start over on that one. All right. So for this problem, I want to still draw those boxes to help us out a bit. There we go. And there we go. All right, so now we're going to still start in the ones column. We're going to start here first, and this is why. What is 8 plus 14? Well, 8 plus 14. Don't do that. Cut that out. 8 plus 4, Mr. Phillips, do it right. So let's just count on 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Can I write 12 down here? No, that's not the way we want to do that. That doesn't look right. So we're not going to do that. Let's look at that number 12. Let's write it out over here, 12. In the number 12, we have a ones column and a tens column. So let's keep whatever's in the ones box, let's keep it here in the ones box. And whatever's in the tens column needs to go with the other sticks of 10. So that's a 1. I'm going to write that 1 right there. It's moved up and over. He's hanging out over here. Your parents call this carrying because they carry that 1 over. We call it regrouping now. We've made a new stick of 10. We've regrouped. All right? So now, when I add my blue column up, I have a 1 plus a 2 plus this extra 1 up here. Don't forget him. He doesn't like to be forgot. So what is 1 plus 2 plus 1? Well, 1 plus 1, I'm going to add these guys first. 1 plus 1 is 2, correct? They come out here and make a 2. And then that 2 plus this 2 is a double, and that is 4. My answer to this whole problem was 42. Whoa, that's a lot. Let's look at another one. This can be pretty tricky. So let's do smaller numbers again. 29 plus 20. You know what? Let's just double it. We can do that. That's not that hard. All right. I like to have these red boxes here. I think and blue box, I think they help make all this easier to see. All right. So what is 9 plus 9? Well, that's a double. That is 18. All right, 9 plus 9. But I don't want to put 18 down here. That's silly. That doesn't work. You can only have one number down there. So we got to figure out which number, the 1 or the 8. Well, which number is in the ones column? Well, of course, it's this guy, right? That's our ones column, and this is our tens column. So what number goes underneath the 9s? We're going to take this 8. He hangs out down here. And does this 1 just get to hang out all by himself over here? Do we just leave him alone? Do we forget about him? No, we're going to take him, and he's going to get put up here with those guys. So now I need to add 3 numbers over here. I'm going to use green just to make it a little bit easier. I have a 2 plus a 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. And then I always need to not forget him. I need to add 1 more. What is 4 plus 1? 4 plus 1 equals 5. My answer is 58. There's a lot of arrows going on. That's kind of confusing, isn't it? Let's look at another one. Let's use bigger numbers. Let's do 76 plus, better keep that a little bit smaller, 14. All right. Really important we start with the ones. The next problem, we'll look at what happens if you don't do that. We'll look at one more the right way, and then we'll actually look at one the wrong way. So if I add 6 plus 4, I get 10. Can I put a 10 here? No, I can only put one number there, so take that out. Let's use black, actually. Let's put 10 over here on the side, and let's think, what's in the ones column? Well, this is the ones column, and this is the tens column. What number's in the ones? Well, 0. We're going to put that 0 here. He needs to hang out there. This 1, he's going to float up to the top of the other side over here. And now I need to add, I'm going to use green again, my 1, my 7, and my 1. For this one, I want to add my 1s first. 1 plus 1 equals 2. But don't leave that 7 out. 2 plus 7 gives me 9. My answer is 90. Let's look at what happens if we don't do our steps right. 38, 45. Let's pretend I start, I'm still going to draw these boxes because that's how we've been looking at it. But let's say I start in the tens column. I know someone's going to want to do this and they're going to get the wrong answer. Pay attention. If you do 3 plus 4 and say, well, that's 7, and then you do 8 plus 5 and you know that's 13, you're going to tell me the answer to this is 713. You are way wrong. That is not right. So let's delete those and let's do this correctly. What is 8 plus 5? Well, we just said it was 13, right? But we can't put 13 down there in the bottom. Only part of that number can stay. Is it the 3 or the 1? Well, it's the ones digit, which is a 3, and the ones digit. That's kind of tricky, isn't it? And the tens digit is a 1. He's going to float up here. In first grade, most of the time, it's a 1. Every now and then, we might try a tricky problem where it's bigger than that, but for first grade, we get to hang out there. Now, I see something really cool here. I see if I take this 3 and this 1, it's going to give me a 4, and then look at that. Kaboom, I have a double. 4 plus this 4. I haven't used him yet. Those guys work together to give me my final 8. 83, not 713.